Because she's saying to me, they're not the only things she has, and that's how I know. Do you understand it? I don't even know why I'm carrying this chair. I could have just grabbed one of those. But I know, that's why she was showing me in the box. It was her way of saying that she's happy you kept them, even though you think they're ugly. She said, it's okay, honey, don't feel bad, I understand. But she's saying to me, a lot of work and dedication went into those, and that's just what we used to have and what we used to use. And even though she has them in the box, and still, I feel like they're this tall, so I know you have a bunch. And even though I made them by hand, she could never get away with them because she always wanted to keep them because she knew it was the connection with me. Do you understand it? So that's how I know you have just a couple things. Because I kept wanting to open and close the box. Do you understand it? Perfect, good. She's actually quite funny. Do you understand it? Very loving, but she's got a sense of humor. Because she's laughing as she starts to talk to me about this. So she's just very grounded. I'm starting to see the Bible, so I know that she's grounded in her faith. But she's got such a sense of humor on her, and she's just so loving. Do you understand? Good. So it's just her way of validating that those are just one of the things that you have of hers. And why it was a huge stack of doilies, I don't know. But she's saying to me, tell her I said her house is lovely. I think they would add character, but I understand they're not her taste. And I said, honey, if you were my grandmother saying that to me, I would have said, no, Grandma. Because it's not something I would use either. Do you understand it? She is funny. Is this your first time doing this?
No.
You did it before? Was it a group setting?
No.
Okay, I'm asking, because she keeps giving me number 2. Is this your second time? Because she was already giving it to me as I asked you. Did you see me hold my finger up? Yeah, she was going 2, 2, 2. Okay, good. First time you've been read though?
No.
Okay, I'm asking. Because I keep getting first time, first time. Who's the first time here with you then today? Ah, there we go. Perfect, good. Because I kept getting 2 times first time read, meaning this is your first time experiencing this? Is this a daughter for you? Yeah, because I keep getting mom and daughter. Do you understand it? Do you have dad's eyes? Do you have dad's eyes? She keeps saying she has her father's eyes. Do you understand? Perfect. Good, good, good. She wasn't the one you were even thinking about hearing from today, though. Do you understand it? Okay, good. And there's a female just behind her. That's what you were hoping for? She keeps saying to me, she's here and so is he, but he's taking his time, so as soon as they step in, we'll be able to have a conversation. But I'm starting with her first. Do you understand it? Okay, good. And who's the father energy for you? Okay, perfect, good. And he's one of the ones you were hoping for? He said, I'm one of her ones, tell her I'm here. So I'm just going to wait until he introduces himself, but I'm being told he's the father energy. Do you understand it? Okay, good. He is 23. 23 people. It's like a line right between these ladies all the way back. So I'm feeling the grandmother first. I have the father energy, and like I said before, it can be biological or it can be father-in-law. I just know he's a father energy. Did you feel close to him as well? Were you hoping he would pass information? Because I keep getting, she was hoping I would come through and say stuff for her to deliver today. Did you ask him to do that?
Yeah, my husband was actually here, but he's not on. And I wanted him to stay, but he passed by. Do we have time for him to come in?
I don't know how much time he'll be here, but yeah. Did he get tired? Because he's saying to me he's tired and he couldn't handle it. Do you understand it? Part of this has to do with the terms that they left on. And that doesn't have to do with saying, it might just have to do with saying goodbye or him feeling like he wasn't vocal in the end to say everything he wanted to say to his son. Do you understand it? Because they're saying to me it has to do with the way the terms were left, but that doesn't always mean it's good or bad. It can be about the goodbye. Do you understand? He feels like he didn't have time to get to him in time? All right, so I'm just going to let him wait. Okay. Right, but I feel like not in time. Do you understand it? Do you understand it? Okay. When they say not in time, it means that you didn't get there in time for him to say the things that he wanted to say or be there for the last breath. Do you understand it? Perfect. So it's what he's already saying to me. So we will just wait for him to step in. And again, just like Christopher grabbing my attention with you going to the bathroom, it's probably because he just went out in the car that I got that grandmother saying, hey, you need to come over here because I'm being told he needs this. Do you understand it? Good, good, good. Okay, good. This is his first time experiencing this too? Yeah, that's why they kept saying first time twice and then twice for you. Wonderful. So we're just going to wait for him to make his grand entrance. We can just clap for him when he comes in. Give him a hard time a little bit. But his dad's here, and he keeps saying to me that he didn't have a chance to fully say goodbye to him. Again, he didn't get to vocalize to his son. But I'm being told he hasn't been gone very long, and that it's more of a recent passing, and that's part of the issues as well, and that you wanted him to hopefully be able to have a connection with him and have some healing today. Do you understand it? And then there's a female energy. Yay! Oh, why did he do that? It's okay. Maybe he's not ready, honey. It's okay. I think, yes. I think he said he was tired because he couldn't handle it. And he keeps saying to me, go follow him, he needs to hear me. But I'm not going to chase him in the parking lot because he needs to be ready for it. And sometimes what will happen with this is if somebody wants to make the connection with their family, he told me, have them clap, because he was all excited. So that came from his dad. That wasn't me saying it. Do you understand it? Okay. So he's saying to me, he wants him to have the connection. Did you have to talk him into coming?
I did, and he was cooperative, but I know he didn't want to come.
That's it.
I told him, so I said, we're going.
That's it. So his dad said clap for him because he got in the car. That's why he was doing that. Okay? Again, I would have never said to do that, but his dad did. This is what I'm going to say to you. He needs him to know that he didn't have a chance to say goodbye. He knows he didn't have a chance to say goodbye to him. He's saying to me, she talked him into it, which means that he wasn't ready for it to begin with, but you were hoping it would help him. That's why they're here. And it's okay if he's not comfortable, and it's okay if he stays in the car, because not everybody's ready for it. Some people are skeptical, some people don't understand, some people just aren't in the healing phase where they're ready to actually hear the words, because they feel the regret still of not being able to have the chance to say goodbye and what happened in the moment. Do you understand it? So I'm just going to let him talk. But I did everything he said to do, and it's okay. But he keeps saying to me, I was hoping that would make him happy, but it didn't. I'm glad he got in the vehicle with her. She had to talk him into it. So it's his way of saying he already knew it was a struggle for him to walk into the building to begin with. Did you just tell him before you brought him?
I told him yes.
Like yesterday or the day before? That's what I kept getting. It's only been a day or so since he's known. Do you understand? Perfect. Okay? So what his dad is saying to me is, thank you everybody for the trying. He's just not ready, and that's okay. And that's fine, honey. But anything that he wants to say to him, even if somebody comes to a group or doesn't come to a group, whatever message is passed, it can still offer the peace and healing. And sometimes whether the person is here to hear for themselves or if it's delivered through someone else, it can offer so much comfort and healing. It can also help with the stages of grief. Because I'm still being told he's in denial and anger. Because of how recent it's been that he's in denial and anger. And that he needed to hear his words today. And that's why I was brought to you. And it's because of him going to the car. So his dad said, I don't care if he's in the building or not in the building, I'm going to talk. Okay? I don't want him to feel guilty because of not being there in time. That's why he was bringing that up earlier. Do you understand it? So I'm being told that there's some resent right here because they're making me feel the hardship of what he's held on to because of not being there. And he's saying to me, I didn't have a chance to say goodbye to everyone that I wanted to, and I wasn't fully vocal in the end to even say it to begin with. He's making me feel like I'm laying in like some kind of hospital-style bed, I can feel the metal bars around me. I can feel the white sheets over top of me. Do you understand it? Okay. And then he makes me feel like my system's starting to shut down. I know there's complications that they need some kind of oxygen or ventilator for breathing because he's making me take my breath away, and I can feel it going over my face. Do you understand? And he keeps saying to me his system started to shut down, and I'm being told there's organ failure along with this. Do you understand? This is very strong. It's like I'm in the hospital bed with him. Okay, so I'm in the room with him right now, and I'm starting to lay in the hospital bed with him. And he's talking about how there's failure of the organs. Okay? It was like I was there, but I wasn't. But I wasn't there for a while to talk to my family. That's how I know whether it's days or weeks, he wasn't already vocal. Do you understand? Okay. This is how I know that there's time for the family to prepare for this. But I feel like the warning is given that he doesn't have very much time, and you're trying to get there, and you just don't make it in the time that you wish you guys would have. And then he makes me feel the soul release. He's saying to me, I know it's hard for him. I was trying to encourage him to come in. I didn't expect him to have that reaction to tell him I'm sorry. But I told her to say that. It was my way of trying to welcome him because I was hoping he would hear what I had to say to him, because even though there were people there with me just before and at the time, they weren't there in the timing that they wanted to be. And I wanted him to hear the words that I could have said to him if I was able to talk to anybody. Do you understand it? Good. He's saying to me it's more than one organ that started to fail, and he's starting to make me feel the stomach area as well along with this. So I know that there's organs here that started to slowly shut down. Do you understand it? Good. As I lay in the bed with him, I'm starting to see the white light, and as far as the soul release, and I can actually see the white light, so I'm going to feel his soul actually go into the white light, and there's a mother energy standing there waiting right for him. Do you understand? So his mom was already passed before him. He keeps saying to me, my mom was the first one I saw when I passed. And then there is some kind of brother energy to her, so whatever uncle that is to him, okay? So whether it's an uncle that he had time with, whether it's one that actually died during childbirth, or even before that, there's an uncle energy there. Because there is a mother energy, there's a grandmother energy, and then there's a brother to one of them. I keep getting brother energy to mother, meaning mother or grandmother, because those are the three. But the very first one he saw is the mother energy going into the light. And he keeps saying to me, as soon as I saw my mom, I knew. Do you understand it? But I'm being told there was another really strong woman presence there as well. Okay, but they're not telling me who that is, and that's okay. What happens is they'll make me feel who they meet first, and then I'll start to see this really long line of faces as to whoever else they start to walk into. Do you understand? Okay, good. He just said, I'm sorry, I was trying to lighten the mood with my son. It's too bad that he took it the wrong way. I hope one day he'll take what I'm saying and it'll make it easier for him, because I know it was hard for him because he feels like there was things left unsaid. And part of that is me. Do you understand? Okay. Do you see him holding the regret and guilt over this, honey? As he said to me, he's internalizing too much the regret and the guilt over this. Yeah, that's what it's about. He's saying to me, he was a man of few words when it came to talking about emotional things. That your husband knows that he cared about him, but he never said I love you the way that he should have. Okay? So now's his time. Do you understand that? He's saying to me, I was one of those men that worked really hard for my family and did everything I can as far as the roof and the bills and the money, so they knew that I cared about them. And I always approached everything in a caring manner. But I never put it into words or told anybody the way that I loved them, or expressed my emotions the way that I should have, to tell the people that I had when I was here, that were my family and my loved ones, the way that I loved them the way that I should have. Do you understand it? I'm just repeating his words, okay? So he's saying to me, my son needs to know that I love him and that I'm proud of him. And it's okay that he's not ready for this. I'm glad he got in. Like he said, he wasn't ready to come. He said, I understand that you were trying to help him, but he honestly just wanted to sit at home on the recliner. Is that his chair? And he makes me feel like I'm going in your living room and parking myself beside him on the couch. Do you understand it? He said he did not even want to leave the recliner. He would have been happy in front of the TV all day. He said, tell her I said thank you for trying. I know this is hard on him. He didn't want to come today, but I'm hoping what I'm saying to her will help him. Because everyone handles grief differently. Everyone chooses to do things differently through the stages. And he said, I was hoping with getting your attention through her, meaning the grandmother getting my attention first, that I could have a chance to talk to him. I had to say that I was here because he had already left the building. And I was hoping to give him encouragement, but it was the wrong thing to do, I guess. But I'm being told if he would have came in and sat down, it would have went like this. Meaning he was not ready to fully hear it and accept it anyway. Even though you can give him certain validation, he's still in the process of healing because this is such a recent passing that he's just not ready to hear everything that he would say to him. Meaning he would take it in, he would hear the words, but it wouldn't internalize in him emotionally because he's still in the denial and anger stage as far as him being taken the way he was. Okay? His dad said, tell him I said I love him. It's not something I ever really said or said very often, but he needs to know that I'm proud of him and that I love him. Tell him not to feel guilty because he wasn't there the way he wanted to be in the end, and he needs to know that I knew who was there once my soul left my body. Because I could see everyone in the room after that, because then I feel like you guys are shifting in. Do you understand it? Because I can see the door, I feel like the soul releases, and then you guys are starting to step in. Do you get it? So you just missed it?
We were there, but I thought I saw when he was going.
You understand it? Okay, that's the shifting.
But we weren't there to vocalize.
That's it. That's why he's making me feel the breath in the, okay, you understand it. Good. So you felt the shift of the spirit? Perfect, that's what it is. Because he keeps saying to me, they didn't come in time to say goodbye. And that can be about the breath, or that can be about having the full experience as far as the body shutting down. Because I feel like you're walking in the room, and then I feel like I want to walk out. I feel like you're walking in, and the soul's already been released. Do you understand it? Perfect, good. That's what it is. Tell him when he's ready to talk, so am I. But let him know what I said today. He said, I'm sorry, everybody, for making you clap. I wish he would have stayed. But it's just what he chose to do. He was just trying to give him support and just trying to help him through it because he sees how hard it is on him and didn't realize he would react that way, and that's okay. And again, it's just because he's not ready, honey. That's all it is. There is a woman that was just behind him, but I know she lost her energy along the way. But I'm being told that the energy was given for him to stay longer because that message had to happen because it's the recent passing in the family. Do you understand it? Meaning it's a recent for him that he hasn't dealt with yet. Okay. No, I mean, I'm talking about his dad. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Meaning they gave their energy out for him because he's the recent passing in the family, which is his father. Meaning the other lady that was here just ended up pulling her energy out because she knew that he needs that healing more right now, and that's okay. I don't control what they do. I just say, tell me what you want me to say and let me deliver it, because that's all I can do. All right, so they're actually starting to pull their energy out. I know I have time for at least one or two more, so I'm just going to see who else they bring over real quick, because my guide said to me, everyone's starting to pull their energy out. We're down to 200.